And so after enough rounds for 2 maps, we find ourselves finally on the second. It's Overpass, picked by Evil Geniuses. I think that if Team Liquid were looking to test EG on Ancient, well, EG passed that test. They didn't walk away with the win, but they definitely left Liquid battered and bruised. And however, that has given time for the likes of YEKINDAR to fire up the war machine that Liquid will hope to use in order to close this one 2-0. They'll start on the CT side, of course. Launders, EG on Overpass versus Liquid. Initial thoughts out the gate?
The fact is, it's kind of scary. The fact that Liquid could have gone to Inferno, for example, then we were able to pick Ancient, and now we look at Overpass, a map that Liquid have played countless times, even more times in recent memory than EG, and have beaten very good teams, including EG. So the last time they actually played, 25-23. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the Ancient stats. Okay, that makes more sense. They still played a lot of times, and they have some close losses to some very good teams, as Mahone pointed out. But they beat Cloud9, they beat Heroic on it as well, where EG do not have wins like that. So a little scary for EG. This has kind of been the map that they, I feel like, are most known for in the history of all the iterations of their lineup. But it's not fun to be able to just to have to play a map that you know the other team is good at.
Yeah, sure enough. You know, the one thing going for EG is just at the current moment exceeding all expectations.
Yeah.
You know, all recency is kind of out the window with what we've got to see them accomplish.
Also, everyone was tweeting me, thank you for giving YEKINDAR the extra push he needed to close at the map. And it's like, yeah, that's another thing. Like, he just got so warmed up by the end of the map.
That he did. That
basically
ace.
Ended on an ace.
And then multi-kills in each of the rounds after.
It might be silly, but coming into this one, he really did just shake off a ton of rust and consistently put up really big rounds.
So we'll see if the 3v5 can net EG much. They at least get the plant, but 1 kill, maybe? 2? Sure. EliGE with the drive-by will be the only victim here in the favor of EG's pistol round. It is Liquid to start the CT side with a win. To be fair, though, I did kind of see, like, YEKINDAR, all cuddled up in his sweater, blowing his nose constantly.
Looks a little, maybe he's sick, I don't know.
Having a little off day or whatnot.
Yeah. But it's still YEKINDAR.
Yeah, right. Nice to know he's human. Or at least that's what he wants you to think. Nice clean tap. Looking Ancient-esque. And Nitro to close him out. Of course, the bomb plant facilitates the buy, so we'll get the Galils and the Tech 9 on old Nealon. Tons of util for him, too.
Well, I really like the Nealon, Vorborg, EG T side on Ancient.
Okay.
So definitely when they say they have an identity, I think it's starting to make sense. Looking forward to this T side. See if they bring any new executes.
Ooh, well-timed flash. Both ways. In fact, Nitro going to be worse for wear on 11 health, but oSee could be in a position to farm alongside EliGE. Cirque will stop that as the short push comes through. Nealon taps with the tech, and the Bulgarian op star with the bomb on his back and 34 health. Just going to play that clock, see if anybody comes in on the flank.
Yeah, the problem was the no headshot molly for that exec. Of course, this is a low buy. They just were able to afford it because of the plant last round.
I like the duality of Nealon, if I'm being honest. He's the guy to grab more grenades than anybody else. He tries to set up that play, but then he is just as quickly from the back of the line into the front with the tech, looking for the entry.
I've noticed that too.
And so he does try to kind of sprinkle in multitudes of styles.
He is sometimes the hard lurker, like we saw in the round 30 call, the OT call on Ancient, where he was lurking hard over on the A site, but he's always throwing utility on the exec, but it's true. Sometimes he is first in.
My opinion of him has risen since we first got to see, this project begin. It did kind of seem like a big question mark, with EG also signing like 15 players. It's like, what are they up to? Nealon, everybody else in NA, but it's starting to take shape. For those of them, everybody not aware as well, right? EG currently has all 3 of their rosters in Stockholm, despite the main team being the only one playing in the road to Rio. They've got everybody here in a nearby hotel. They're boot camping consistently. Just to get European practice is a cool thing. So the investment is very clear. For that, I praise EG. But in terms of in the server, round 3, they get get no praise. They're all dead. And only one member of Liquid hits the ground.
Yeah, so I think YEKINDAR will play blue a lot. And on the T side, I don't know if I had this right. I think Nafly was defaulting B, and now YEKINDAR's defaulting B, and now Nafly's with the pack in mid. I noticed that YEKINDAR played it a lot like Axile does on Cloud9. But on the CT, I think he just is the, you know, you put your Star Opera on it and you let him work the bathrooms, and he plays it pretty similarly, I would say.
Before that op's even in his hands, oSee up and running, 6-1. But here's YEKINDAR with the pack. Actually, he is the pack. They've got no info in connector, so this is time critical. And with that jump spot, he backs up, leaning into the waiting hands of oSee. Now 2 CTs on long.
Actually, I do have something cool to talk about with YEKINDAR's T side that I learned about, but we'll wait until we get there. For now, we got on control here for the T side. They're making some pace. YEKINDAR out at long. Trades are good for the CT side.
Nicely done by oSee, considering he was just more worried about bathrooms for a second.
Well, yeah, it's like what Maui said on Pro League. When oSee starts flowers, he always wins. Except for the time that Maui said that he would.
Yeah, classic. Like that time Maui said that, you know, Esatag was going to get completely owned by Vitality on Overpass in Antwerp. And then Esatag went lights out.
Imagine reading stats. For the time that he said that Keto would be better than Rez in the first 6 months of the year.
Oh, yeah.
And then Keto got cut.
Yeah, I remember that. Naf at the fight. Ooh, lines up Nealon and Hexed. So, unfortunately for Nealon, entering now wounded. autimatic in the same boat. Taking on water. Oh! oSee not able to deny the bomb plant, but it pushes autimatic into a weirder spot. He's going to take that as an invitation to come fight Bank. His back is exposed to Nitro, but he's found that perfect pocket where Nitro's not going to be able to peel him off. So it comes down to what oSee gives autimatic. If it's an easy kill first before Nitro's out bathrooms, then autimatic turns. He can even tuck around on long. This is critical. autimatic goes to Nitro first. Oh, and then there's damage onto oSee. autimatic 1v2, and EG will pick up one early.
I love the play, man. You know, he's not there at long. If the CT is wrapping from long, he doesn't see autimatic, so there's good option coverage there. But he plays in a position where he can pivot so easily, and because he's not inside of long, he's in front of the dice box. He can take the bathrooms kill and then use the dice box as cover to punish oSee for not peeking any sooner. So that was real beautiful by the returner.
Last bullet. All right, EG on the board early. A la autimatic. Graces his team with an early gift.
I love playing setups like this when you have someone like YEKINDAR on your team where he has this angle towards Fountain where he doesn't have cover, it's just a little offy. And then oSee above him to watch the cross, and they can stick on for as long as they'd like to.
Holds the smoke. Just enables these two players outside Monster to hold. Oh, EliGE kills Nitro in front of him and then gets cleared by autimatic. Not ideal.
Yeah.
Cirque was also in the back line to support, so the op trades look nice. oSee's chance, and he misses. And a missed shot means a B site compromised to the favor of EG. Bombs brought in. Support is thrown forward. That is just an exit protocol given, and even then, it may not be free. Brehze up on the A site catching YEKINDAR. oSee's going to try to find himself sanctuary somewhere, but that's EG following up through Monster for a second round win.
Yeah, they know where he's at. Well, he's at 9 kills with these last 2 rounds. A couple of missed shots. And they don't win.
Flashes, man. Flashes have been sick today from EG. Across all of Ancient, outside of that B site, and now with the 2 guys on Monster wall just praying that they survive.
Nice take of the site. Obviously unfortunate that EliGE kills Nitro, but he was already low. And I think they were specifically playing the same side of Monster here, so it was obviously always possible.
Terrorists win.
Good recovery into round 6 for EG.
Leaves Liquid strapped for cash. oSee gonna have to go God mode. Nothing spent here from Liquid, not a cent. So oSee unleashed. Let's see it. Little run boost through the molly.
That is awesome. The little elevation allows you to do that seamlessly. Take almost no damage.
Hex will get found out in connector. I mean, he could just be a victim of the pistol. Yeah. YEKINDAR finds that.
Uh-oh. Now one rifle, one op, and a 5v4, but it's taken back.
Can't get away. They saw that. Oh, if oSee had stayed scoped there, then maybe he would have got the monster fight. They wanted to use him in connector instead.
Yeah, I think he got spotted. Nealon finally gets rid of that smoke smartly.
He just loses his footing on both sides. So, yeah, give it all up.
How do they read oSee's next rotation, however? Because now everybody's coming back to the A site. Smart move here for Liquid. 2 mollies, so Optimus might get nullified. Expecting a good exec here based on the utility from EG. They don't have enough time to go back to blue if autimatic doesn't see anything. So he can come in on a flank, but they're taking over bathrooms control at the same time. This is a good way to not get mollied out and actually make use of these pistols. This would be an interesting round if they pull it off. 20 seconds, autimatic doesn't see anything.
oSee's gonna have to turn fast. First pistol's down. Op comes back in. Nice headshots from Brehze.
All
and
right.
Nealon deals with Nitro. So was it set up nicely? Yes, but it doesn't deliver here for Liquid. Naf hoping that he can bring one with him. And Brehze sustains. So nicely done by Brehze there. Blasts brains outside bathrooms.
That was dirty. And, like, oSee tried to shoulder peek him so he'd get in between 2 sets of bursts, and he still couldn't get the shot off. Brehze just right on the dome.
The buyback in from Liquid. So same start on Ancient, the 3-0 to the 3-3. Let's see if EG can continue to run with this. No op for oSee to swing it here in round 7. Could give Cirque some space to dominate. We'll see. For now, it's connector yet again taken by EG. No resistance from the defense. Some hopeful spam that comes from the B site, but that's it. YEKINDAR with a lot of responsibility here this round. Nobody to offer him help whatsoever, so even just staying alive, critical. He falls back. Ooh, there goes autimatic. That's outside of Monster that the first kill comes in from Liquid. Again, we're going to have the 2 CTs with eyes down it. Nealon's gotten dangerously close. Again, one of the problems of underplaying that A site. It's just too much for YEKINDAR to hold on to on his own. Nitro turns it back, deals with Cirque. It's really going to have to be Nealon with the heroics. And there it is, that 1 kill on the A site that opens it up for the bomb to come in. But his smoke hits the sidewalk, and that leaves a huge gap on Dumpster. What a weird situation now. And I feel like EliGE is looking at that like, what the hell is this? So at least Nealon finds a little place to hang on, goes for the bank fight, deals a bunch of damage onto Nap, then a follow-up smoke for what was originally intended, and they've managed to get a bomb plant off of this. Eventually, Nitro will flank up from connector, but we've got Nealon pressed into Liquid.
He has every right to go get a little bit more, I think.
He's ready for it, and it's EliGE who will need to receive oSee right there behind him. Nealon primed for it. Won't be able to get the multi-kill. Hex peeks down through the dumpster, cuts off Nap, and wraps around the wall. It's him versus oSee and Nitro. And Hex, he's got that bomb on truck. Utility coming at him. oSee instant with the headshot. A 12-3 start on this second map for oSee bodes well for Liquid.
Yeah, he's a little, I don't know how, he got so many kills. He's definitely, just want to say liable for a couple of rounds, but did miss a couple of key shots. Either way, recovered. And the site hit is great. Of course, getting YEKINDAR down is the only reason they get the bomb plant in the first place. So Nealon just straight up out dueling YEKINDAR on long. But Nitro wins the round early with these 2 kills.
Great round from Nitro.
Yeah, Cirque hopping, walking in as well. We'll see Cirque posted up outside Monster, waiting for that double push that come out. I can't remember who they used that against at the Road to Rio so far, but they did very good on the passive setups. Holding for CT aggression. Looks like this one's going to be relatively simple. They're not putting too much pressure over on A, but there's lots of time on the clock, and no one is ready to flank around long or push through bathrooms. Where is YEKINDAR exactly? Is he inside con? Yeah, okay. He's actually the relay between these 2 sets of players, as one more goes back towards A. The bomb is now leaving the B site. YEKINDAR's in the prime location right now, where he'll have the most amount of information, but they've walked by him across Banana.
Unless that short player comes up, yeah, he's gonna find Hex with his back turned. The bomb's still not in. That's the damage down from beneath on short. Cirque with the Glock finishes what autimatic got started. Nafto already on truck. The long player's desperate to exit, and oSee shuts that down in an instant. Cirque turns his attention back. He's got autimatic to try and crack open the B site. A frag on the pillar would, of course, give them plant, but he turns his attention away, and all of a sudden, Cirque turns gray. A grim situation that he's not even going to try to chance. So the op saved in Liquid, they find 5.
Yeah, YEKINDAR had a lot of responsibility there, and it was too quiet for him. There's no pressure in blue. There was no one on short that he could hear. No one walked by above him, but they were ready in the B side. They had enough players, and he was the only other support for A side. So he came back up, found a great timing. And the map looked actually kind of powerful there for EG with the amount of space they got without seeing anyone. But of course, that only raised suspicions. And when they made that big rotation around, YEKINDAR tuned into the timing and thought there must be something going on because they have to make a decision soon.
They don't deal with the Molotov. Opens up a wide door for YEKINDAR to do as he damn well pleases. They just don't have the utility to deal with that. So I like that YEKINDAR keeps the pressure on.
I think it's cool how many times CTs are pushing into playground these days.
Made possible when you don't deal with that incendiary, right? Just way too easy. Couple bullets for Brehze. He's done. oSee and connector. Playing around with nades, he says, screw it, I'll just re-peek. And in doing so, he gives himself up to Cirque's scope. autimatic's now got a gun. It's a dangerous game to play.
Well, they got the CT spread out now, but Nitro finds the gap.
It's very clear that oSee just wanted to drop the smoke on top connector, but once he starts fumbling with his nades, thinks peeking it would go easily. Not the case.
I think the cool part about this map is where Nitro is right now. If he goes for the full flank, there's still a timing on the door, so he can't always go all the way around. As soon as he doesn't see anyone, he's going to want to, but for now, he's at least got control of full B, but he doesn't have to go for the full flank.
You say cool thing about this map, like the whole thing's not cool.
That's true. It's mostly not.
Naf ready as the util comes in from long. EliGE. Ooh, they do still. I thought they missed their chance as he regained vision. Bomb drop, 10 seconds. Nitro, that flank is key, critical in keeping Liquid well ahead of EG, 6-3.
Yeah, that one's pretty calm. Great map from Nitro so far. Couple of headshots coming in the B side clean. Found a small gap there. And again, versus EG, I don't think you want to push Monster that often. Strong buy and a timeout for EG. We haven't seen a pace change from EG. the full monster exec they did on round 2, and didn't even have a headshot molly. They were so poor. So we'll see if they want to try something like that. If you spend too many rounds where you just default, then the other team is just going to hold grenades. So that's why it's really important in Counter-Strike to have tempo changes. As soon as they raise their arm to cover their face, you hit them in the ribs.
Once they cover their ribs, you kick them in the knees.
Then you stab them.
Okay. Ooh. EliGE pays a little price for the damage onto Cirque and Brehze. oSee catching Nealon. Door must be off its hinges. And then Naf finding the wallbang as well in the follow-up. So that is a perfect start as far as Team Liquid are concerned. And they even get the YEKINDAR pickup for number 3. Very comfortable position here for Liquid as EG waited for this buy. Had high hopes of piecing something together and just get shredded from multiple positions out the gate.
Yeah, shredded's the good word, I think, for sure. Middle of the map just dominated, and the get out. A bunch of secret agents.
Long corner occupied, but YEKINDAR's so low that if Cirque, could have got that for free. Maybe they're able to just try to throw it at this A site, but I think now Naf is primed nicely. autimatic delivers the kill on the doorstep of that A site. And I feel like Cirque's primed for yet another save. Won't be able to hold on to any ops, but even as he tries to exit, you know Naf, he's got that killer instinct. Doesn't always look like it, but he's got it in him. And so he'll shut down that last save attempt. Cirque gets cleared. All of EG down for the count, and Liquid keep on winning.
Yeah, it's kind of close here in this first half, but Liquid's starting to peel away a touch. Can see why they would have wanted to call a pause, but we don't get to see the idea come to fruition. Nealon just crossed in front of the door while it was blown up. And I wonder why, because they had money on this round, right? You've got to keep that door smoked for that exact reason. The pick is way too easy for oSee.
Pistols in for EG. Gives oSee some chance to keep on flexing what is an excellent 15-4 score. 10 rounds into this game. Brothers in arms with YEKINDAR, but oSee actually peels away very early from that A play and just going to leave YEKINDAR to be the feeler on this one. He'll come up back top con. He's got bodies crouching past him. Ooh, met by Nealon's dirty deagle. And a smoke drops for somebody else to throw. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, Nealon will just take it to that next level. He will charge in and try to get the job done. oSee gonna have to keep cowering back step by step. They get positioning next to the truck. oSee comes back in to recover alongside Naf, who just throws himself into the fray. autimatic's got the follow-up with Cirque right there with him. It's a 2v2 and a plant made possible. Considering what they come in with, EG have to be happy with what's already gone down, but there's more to be had. And a chance for oSee. He holds on the first shot, catches Cirque up close, pushes autimatic to the clutch, and he's already delivered 1v2, but a deagle miss and an attack from Nitro seals the 8th for Liquid.
Damn, that was a cute play. Tried to jump across the screen. oSee's like, joke's on you, I'm not even fast enough to hit that.
Yeah. And reserved enough to just not even try. Self-awareness at an all-time high.
Scary round because of some great individual work here with the pistols. Headshots on almost every peak.
Nice to see Cirque having fun again.
Yeah.
He's just a lighthearted person.
Challenger locked in.
Yeah. Always good for a giggle.
It's a great time for EG. EG will be the major. Astralis will not. G2 will not. It's not easy these days.
You know, we haven't really had like our big missed opportunity yet at the America's Road to Rio. Felt like yesterday it could have happened once
yeah, you said it, no huge snubs, right?
Yeah, right? Like, you know, it's going to happen tonight. By the feeling of it, either Imperial or Complexity, one of the two teams that people really paint as major attendees. YEKINDAR, he gets shut down by Nealon.
Dude, Nealon has been eating his food all game. Very impressive.
5v4 as they shoot for their fourth. oSee feeling lonely now, having lost that first A player and a missed op shot.
Oh.
He's not sure how safe the fallback is, and it isn't.
Yeah. Oh, but they fall back.
Yeah, the connector player doesn't apply much pressure, and oSee is starting to sense this. Like, why am I not dead yet?
Yeah, they're giving him too much time to get composed in this position. They still weaken up the A site knowing the op rotation is very hard. Like, he, for example, can't go past stairs that easily. But Hex peels back to the point where he can actually leave if he wants to. I don't know if he should have been given this amount of space. They had a chance to at least go 1-for-1 on the kill, and now it's oSee to get it. I think that was too passive from Hex.
And that's kind of Hex now, you know, clearly steps behind everybody else on EG. Lesser kills on the first map, but at least kind of close. Now he's 1-11. And that one just set up oSee to recover this round. oSee going absolutely above and beyond. To think that once upon a time, oSee was about to get pinched top connector and he looked dead. Now he sits comfortably behind the truck. Maybe not so comfortably once the utility comes through, but NAF, it's a one and done. And so the bomb plant here with autimatic and Cirque right there with him.
I think they actually hear the CT rotation as well. So EliGE ran up, so they can back up in the bathrooms and they know 2 players are here.
Oi! Smoke fading. Cirque almost caught, but he doesn't land his shot. Utility's coming out. We've got a smoke grenade on EliGE to cover the bomb. Things could get sketchy.
Wow.
Cirque, he gets caught out by EliGE, who's had a quieter game, but now shines in round number 12. That's 9 the way of Liquid, and a nice little 2v2 recovery as well in the A site.
Notice Cirque struggles a little bit when they jiggle. They jiggle peek him. Sometimes he gets a little wavy with the shot. And EliGE knows he almost has to just try it. And it works.
This round made possible by the fact that oSee was allowed to even live.
They let him go. They're actually too scared of him.
The big fish off the hook.
Like, oSee will not play stairs with the op if YEKINDAR is not on top of him outside of bathrooms, or they have someone taking over short control. Because those are his only 2 points of rotation, except for the crazy one where he pushes an op to the ladder at the end. So they had a huge opportunity. He must be feeling very powerful after that round.
Chances now going to be far and few between. oSee on the cusp of 20 kills within this first half. YEKINDAR with another attempt and kneeling.
Again.
Oh, man's
Dude,
nasty.
his peaks are crazy good, yeah. It's been first bullet every single round.
Sets himself up for the further entry. NAF gonna lose his angle on the dumpster. Hopes to get tricky with it. But the utility's making Team Liquid very uncomfortable at this point. The post plant can just be held onto for bathrooms. We'll see if anybody tries to go and extend into the risk. Molotov onto the staircase. That'll fluster the CTs for another second. Flashbang continues to make things awkward. Retake util, 1 smoke, and a trio of flashes. It's got to be here. It's got to be now. And a nice dink in from NAF. He finishes off Cirque, gets the back of Brehze turned. EliGE finding Hex. 4 kills without any death the way of Liquid. autimatic now has everything to do, and that is a S-tier retake from Liquid.
That was so beautiful. NAF's shots were incredibly hard. The taps that he just did to the flower bed. And then once he dislodged that player, everyone else's spots get weaker, as we can see. There's so much insecurity from the man who's trying to push into CT spawn, and then everybody else falls. Beautiful rifle work here from Liquid. And it's crazy that like they get this YEKINDAR kill with no trade, 2 rounds in a row, no damage, and they still can't convert with a huge timing to take the A site. Neelan's like, what the hell, guys? I'm just supposed to be the IGL.
Making a hell of an entry. We got YEKINDAR on the op, and
Everyone's getting
okay. Everybody's just rocking
YEKINDAR has
YEKINDAR.
seen 1 frame of a T for the past 3 rounds.
And this time it's Hex. That's only his 2nd kill this half. Man's been looking in the mirror while he's on the sidelines, just sharpening that spear.
Well, let's see if Liquid can win again without YEKINDAR.
Yeah, the 5v4 hasn't been the problem.
Wow.
oSee, quick snap into Hext. Sweet revenge for YEKINDAR's death.
That's nasty.
And now he's going to fixate on the long fight, which is sure enough right there.
If he hit that, I would leave. I don't know where I would go, but I'd come back.
Yeah, I kind of need a... Yeah, I can't do this on my own.
They let him go again, though. Oh, but he doesn't think they would have approached him on long. This is actually, you know, pretty crazy, but they're also just making noise as they cross him. oSee's confused, but okay, finally they kill him.
Brehze comes back for it. EliGE gets aggressive. And Neelan's got a clean trade. We've got a player over towards barrels. That was Nitro, who had hoped to keep Monster under control. Naf. 1v3, and he does some damage, but Neelan gonna stand tall. Turns out if Neelan's not dead, he can continue to put in that impact. So sure enough, EG winning a mid-round to add at least one more to the board.
Some confusing situations there. Like, oSee gets his kill, then he gets a lot of space again, and he's like, why is nobody flanking me for once? And then Brehze just goes forward with protocols thinking that he's rotated over towards long, and then walks into the top bathrooms and still kills oSee somehow.
Ooh, Hex. CT is real close. And he gets caught by that. Really didn't expect that YEKINDAR'd be ready. Autimatic, he's got that double. Neelan with the recovery. Honestly, Hex for 3. It's a valuable trade to the favor of EG. oSee alive and kicking. Naf's going to be down in the depths of the B site.
20 and 5 on oSee and 16 and 8 on Nafly.
Killers. YEKINDAR -5. EliGE -4. And Naf trying to compete with oSee. Pushes it on to Neelan. What more must I do? He has to ask himself as they will switch sides. It is Liquid very much keeping that gap between them and EG on this second map. We'll see if it's a quick, easy affair after the break.
Don't go chasing your demons and ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for. Don't go chasing your demons and ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for. We both the same without rock bottom. Let it go, but we come back to craving problems. Am I your favorite kind of shame? Do I make you wanna
An incredibly close Ancient. Overtimes needed to separate these two teams, but the longer this series has gone on, the hotter some of the pieces of Liquid have gotten. oSee and NAF dismantling Evil Geniuses with a dominant 11-round CT side here on Overpass. Now they'll be taking to the offense to try and close this 2-0. And EG, well, they need to look at the likes of Spirit, who have just secured their spot as legends in Rio, if they want to do the exact same thing here versus Liquid. It's a tall task, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I think the most impressive part, yeah, look at the score lines, like, between those two, it's just nuts. But the fact that they, like, lost YEKINDAR without anything a couple of times and then still won. Oh, there's so much pressure. Oh, he got 2.
That's not bad.
Wow, that's great. See the bomb going up to A site. They're just in time to get there first.
Considering how doomed he looked with that split coming in. But, I mean, I'm gonna say it. What a drop-off from Brehze from map 1 to map 2.
Yeah, true.
Nealon and autimatic trying their absolute damnedest to keep it alive in that first half. But listen, we also saw a really shaky YEKINDAR throughout Ancient, and he was able to kind of find his footing, so we'll give them a bit more time.
His head is huge right now. It's a huge target, at least.
YEKINDAR is being given a chance to slide close. It's not been checked by Cirque at all. Right on the cusp of the shadow. Oh, he got as close as possible before that flash came in.
He doesn't get the kill.
At least enough to get Cirque off the angle. So bombs now into the site.
Yeah, they kind of.
Whoa.
Oh, they're going for the truck plant. Oh, this is a even stronger post plant actually. And oSee gets the first kill.
Cirque will bring it back. oSee looking for a little bit more. Glock gets away from him. It needs to be Nitro. It's a 1 versus 3. They don't know where he's at, but once they spot him, they swat him down. And with it, EG can start their CT side.
Yeah, super clean. A lot thanks to autimatic there in this pressured situation. Flank on both ends, trying to find a way out. They catch him in the stairs and he still gets a frag. Clearing 96 ADR. On his welcome back map, I think it was versus Vitality, he pulled off some unbelievable plays. And a scoreline to remember. I was like, okay, yeah, he's for real back. So I'll be happy to play Overpass. I don't know if Hex thinks his score is backwards, but he's pretty excited.
Yeah, he's stoked. Hey, listen, he's good for the chance. Hex reminds me of like a Twist before the glow up. You know, he hasn't found himself yet. He doesn't have any accolades to be feeding the ego just yet. Give him a few years. You have scorpion tattoos and fuchsia hair in no time.
Maybe a Grand Slam.
Yeah, maybe 2. EliGE sliding closer to the bathrooms. There's a booby trap being set in here. We've got 3 CTs from EG just silently tucked in.
That is 3 boobies right there.
Oh, man. That's rare. autimatic. He'll catch the first kill. Cirque. He maintains. EliGE gets cleared out by Nealon, so that FAMAS into the kill feed, and we've got the double deagles with the utility sprinkled across NAF and Nitro. But autimatic walking in will end this quick. A 5-round lead for Liquid still for now, but a nice conversion from Evil Geniuses to get this CT side rolling.
I love that. I mean, I think when you look at Overpass bathrooms, sometimes you have one rifler with 2 good angles to work with, and you can leave them alone. But, like, why not help them out? Because you're close to the stairs rotation, and you hold on to A, and you can do it long at the same time. You get shadow advantage on every single fight. Right now, Liquid are 5 rounds away from getting a legend spot at Rio, but we're holding our breath.
Because Evil Geniuses, again, continue to exceed expectations all week long. autimatic pops up, brings down 2. Nice and easy. Now feed that MP9 some money so Cirque can afford the op. It's an expensive addiction. But oh, it's worth it.
for those easy kills.
Yeah. Nitro down, so that's 3 to the MP9. Oh, no, excuse me, just the 2. Not quite the ops price tag, but hey, it'll help.
I think I do prefer the defaulty meta of these new age overpass instead of monster rushing 14 rounds in a row like we saw just a few years ago. But it does mean these days you are going a little bit slower to work harder for things. Respecting all the CT advantages. Early short control is going to get taken here from Naf. Ooh, and YEKINDAR was supporting him and goes back to the pack, so maybe I wonder if they're switching roles back up. Things have been changing almost every day with Liquid, actually, in terms of little adjustments to positions. Who goes where?
Why do I just feel like there's a one tap coming from autimatic? Like YEKINDAR's been getting bullied for the whole series, but autimatic falls away from it. YEKINDAR pressing in will be the only long player. We've got a boost on the sign in sight, but there's actually nobody from bathrooms, so soon enough they'll move that third piece back down to the B site where Team Liquid look to flex man advantage.
Yeah, they're throwing some nades, but this actually could clue the CTs into the exact coming into towards B.
Heck's gonna have to improve on what he's been able to offer so far here on Overpass. Brehze as well, kind of same boat, right? These are the 2 bottom fraggers for EG. And EliGE picks up that first one. autimatic's gonna go down empty-handed. Brehze has got the double. The bomb will be picked back up and planted. What's left of the counter-terrorist comes in as smoke fades. EliGE hands busy.
What?
Kneeling. He just hit the ground out of the heaven drop. Pushes YEKINDAR to the clutch. He needs to deliver. Finds the low HP first. Next is Cirque in the water. YEKINDAR sends him down the river.
Damn.
And Liquid lead by 5.
Wow, Cirque gets clapped, and that exec was so crazy. The amount of frags that went back and forth. A nice hold, I guess, from Nealand. As soon as that smoke came up, he gave him their only chance to get back into that round. Couldn't sit behind that for 15 seconds, so he heeds to the call of action. But the 2 entries from EliGE and then the clutch from YEKINDAR, that's just too much to deal with. The only small thing that's interesting is they have the sign boost going on where they can see over top of nades. And so sometimes it can be better to not throw anything in a fake, because if you do that and they don't see people behind it, then you know early. So that boost calls it out. But then the double-edged sword is the fact that you have 2 people that are sitting there waiting at the same time on the A site. So though you don't have like 4 rotations out. And so they really did rely on the 2 members, mainly in the B site at present, to make that hold happen, and they couldn't do it. Liquid do look really good. That was a very strong round from beginning to end.
They lean on those B players so much as well. You know, fair to say, I think Brehze delivers. He gets his 2, but Hex was just so canceled out by utility. Burned away from the barrels. He had to then run into a smoke. So then he just presses into Tease, who... Oh my god, Naf. He goes down. Hex manages the first one. YEKINDAR.
All the flashes are insane, but what the hell is that?
He gets it in the end, but Nealand's already here. And Nealand offers up a hold again. That last round, he just threw himself out from heaven. EliGE is going to have to come through 1v3. He's already found his exit from Monster. Going to creep up, tries to tap into the barrels player. He's got a lot of time if he can escape and create some questions. Just get this first one, and things could get easier. But he doesn't connect the headshot, and so he starts to peel back.
Jesus, man, the amount of utility that's been used. EliGE actually still has a smoke and a flash. It's this op that I think makes the big difference, but there are 2 players that are pretty low right now, and Cirque, he missed this.
He gave him the gap.
I think he might just be watching left side pillar. Oh, so
Nealand figures it out.
Let's see if Cirque... Yeah, okay.
Still looking for the barrels player. EliGE not expecting that op from above.
That was kind of hard to read when they saw Nealand, holding on the other side of the pillar. What else would be watched? But it did feel possible in that moment. Man, that rush looked like it caught him completely off guard, right? Nafly is out way in front of the Molotov with his MAC-10, but then he also gets flashed.
It's just the fact that autimatic holds off on short control.
True.
You know, without that, then suddenly the site's super compromised. So autimatic yet again, lending more than one helping hand to evil geniuses. Can't forget, he is one of NA's major winners. And now he's stuck into the corner with pistols swarming all around him. YEKINDAR with the point-blank Tech 9 shot. An AK grabbed here for the 3 remaining members of Liquid. And Cirque will go down. That could now be an off for Naf. Oh, and he hits Nealon. Gets finished by YEKINDAR. And if Team Liquid can win this one, that's going to be a tough pill to swallow for EG. That'll be flashes of the 1 round on Ancient that also went similarly. Ooh, the cross given over to oSee. He's going to plant on Truck. They know there's at least 1 flank, but in reality, there's 2. And this is another moment where we're expecting a step up from Brehze and Hext. These 2 guys have struggled on Overpass while their 3 other teammates succeed. And if you're not coming in with quantity, then you've got to deliver in quality. And this would be that high tier round to win. Hext flushes oSee into the crosshair of Brehze. Bomb on the Truck. Naf cresting the top of Dumpster. This is going to get stuck, and Naf seemingly nothing to do. So sure enough, they come through with that retake, keeping the lead at 3.
Yeah, they get shoved out of it. When you brought that up, I was curious, but I think autimatic is the only active North American major winner in the scene right now. Because the only other person...
No Ska, no Tarek,
it's
no
just
Stewie.
Rush that's playing for EG Black.
Wow.
But I don't even know...
what that is.
I honestly don't know what that is. I won't lie to you.
That's true.
Holding the torch high.
Yes, sir. YEKINDAR's getting pelted by nades. Close shots, but no cigar. Critical territory here for EG to hang on.
Well, they somehow tricked EG into playing way back here. On a round where they do have a lot of utility actually still to work with. Seen that B exec was pretty vicious. So between Hext and Brehze, 12 kills in total. Responsible for the B site right now. They'll have to do a lot.
Hex gets bested by Naf. Puts much more pressure on Brehze. He was the one of the 2 to deliver last time this B site was under question. Trying to hold him back. We've got 20 seconds, and Nealon's going to get plucked from the sky. Not going to work this time around. Brehze is still nearby. But with that, oSee is able to catch him, and so now it's Cirque up in heaven. The bomb plant will not be stopped, and the retake will not be likely. This is Team Liquid shooting a 13th onto the scoreboard. And unfortunately for EG, I feel like we're getting a bit of a fixation here from Liquid on these 2 underperforming players in Hext and Brehze.
There is, and there's no line of defense before that. There's no stairs player. There's no big flank coming in. There's no pushing along here. So I wonder, again, how they coerced Liquid into playing so passively over on A right off the jump.
Oh.
But for whatever reason, they did it. I think from now on, EG, it would be smart to probably be a bit more proactive. Because, like, Liquid are a team, you know they're going to use the space properly. They've been one of the most impressive teams in the world at identifying when there's nobody in certain positions, what the setup is entirely. Like, they are really good at cluing into that. They are always moving with purpose. I think that wins them the round. So, yeah. Right now, Brehze and Hex not having a great game. They didn't get a kill, either of them, on that side hold. And Liquid won. Go figure. I mean, Maybe EG don't feel like the favorite in this matchup, but they got to this best of 3 by going 3-0. They have the ability to skip an entire stage of the major that they have no guarantees of getting out of. I think still most people, when they do their pick'ems, are probably not going to have EG getting through challengers, considering the quality of teams that are there.
Right.
It's not easy. It's not even to say that they're not good enough.
Yeah.
It's just really, really hard.
You know,
and that could be the truth for Liquid, man. I mean, G2 literally didn't even qualify to the major. It's like, who knows? So skipping a whole stage is very serious.
Another fast one. Again, you know, we said the meta shifted away from the B rushes, but Team Liquid, they have smelt blood in the water. And again, it's Nealon to try to come through. Nasty with those pistols, but unfortunately the sight hold itself, not quite there. autimatic, again, helping hands are the only thing that succeed within this B site. Hex, you have to deliver. And he's not able to find that wallbang to stop plant under pressure from the push through water. And EliGE is going to finish that off. EliGE having picked up 3 scalps so far in round 23. Circ at autimatic, all that's left over. Another empty-handed situation from the original B defenders.
Yes. So smart from Liquid to go back into this. I really think Liquid started to get better and better at the B execs during this 2018 period, where 2019 even, where Astralis just used it over and over and over again versus them. They really learned kind of the strength of it. No ceilings over the site, really open, great for nades. And Liquid are pulling out a more classic overpass with the straight-up monster rushes, and Naf is eating the flashes. He is, as the first player out on a couple of these rounds. But they don't know how to organize behind it, and it feels like something they're going to have to solve after the match is lost if it keeps going at this rate. But right now, you know, Hex and Brehze doubling up here, falling back, eating flashes, and not knowing where to adjust from. Hex literally throws a smoke in the pit behind him. Would have just got spammed down in that spot, but didn't know how to adjust.
Yeah, they're smokes, not solids. That's going to have to be Circ and autimatic with those M4s held on to. So I do feel like the rotates have gotten closer and closer out of the gate, right? Think about how quickly Nealon and autimatic were into the fray on B last round. They do it again here inside connector. Working with the little they have, they open up 5v4, and Circ, he can sense that there's somebody nearby. Nitro.
They're like on the same wavelength.
Love this from Nealon. Oh, he's not looking at his screen. He's looking at his teammate's monitor, but oh, thank God he picks that up. Holy hell, brother.
Oh, man.
Oh, I just had a heart attack.
That's crazy.
Screen watchers. Brehze. He's going to end it with the headshots point blank. So excellent round coming out of EG. They get active inside connector. You know, something else other than just the 2-man start on B.
And I think when Astralis were hitting them with the B exec over and over again, the solution was not simply to play more players in B, because you get hit by the same flashes, get zoned in the same position back of the site, but it's instead to think about other parts of the map. So the rotations are faster, so you can, you know, swing open a condor and stop them on short, or whatever the case may be.
Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah.
Didn't even give it. And I'm wondering, would that terrorist had to have walked over his head to fall off?
I think he did, yeah.
Right?
Like YEKINDAR, I think he walked completely over his head. So he could have thought, wait, why am I not falling, and looked down.
But didn't. Nealon just part of the background noise.
So honestly, once again, they don't have that rotational support right now, and Liquid have made a game plan to get this con control right away. EG are not fighting for it. Oh, but Hex, oh, he'll find a kill in front of Monster. Okay, that helps.
Better late than never. Naf sees that as a call to action. Brehze. Crosshair wasn't placed where it needed to be, but he recovers and will get the 5v3 out of this. So Evil Geniuses with a little life in them late in the second half. autimatic creeping through the smoke grenades on bathrooms. Gonna hear that scope from oSee, sees that as a chance to strike him down and delivers. Another? Perhaps. And sure enough, a headshot right between the eyes of Nitro pushes EliGE into an awkward 1v5. And autimatic just continues to rack up these kills. Absolutely dominating. Point blank, no scope to EliGE. And he doesn't even blink.
Yeah, that's pretty chill. So good one from Hex early. Up on the grade, I think. Just sitting and taking that fight.
I'm starting to get behind this whole Neil and autimatic duo. Nealon really shaping up, bringing in his style, and then adjusting it to what he's working with.
Not to be confused for Neil M.
No, there is a clear
Gucci
difference.
Gaming Academy League.
Yeah.
CCO.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes. One of them is much louder than the other. We got pistols up for Team Liquid, so suddenly, EG looking like they could get that sweat on the brow of Liquid. Naf trying his damnedest alongside oSee. On Ancient, it was the longer the game went on, the more powerful YEKINDAR got. autimatic shot in the back as he falls away, and Cirque misses his chance to get an easy 5v3 at the minute 30 mark. So they'll have to concede a little A control to Liquid.
Yeah, and they did see both autimatic and Cirque fall back at the same time. But the God Beast smoke comes out, they can't really do anything except chill for a second. No pushover on the B side, so they can't simply forget about it. But they have the door blown open, they're spotting.
Smokes make it a little weird. They're going to get closer and closer, but they have so little to work with. Naf, I appreciate the belief in himself there. Pistol versus Cirque down long? I don't think so. Nealon waits for oSee to deliver his head on a silver platter, and Nitro's right there with him. So for having 5 players up, EG, they're going to love this. 26th round is theirs for the taking.
Yeah, they did great. This money will matter for sure.
And YEKINDAR dies empty-handed, so sure enough, all members of EG stand tall, as this CT side is starting to be quite something.
It is, yeah. 11-4 down, back in the game. Come back looking like it was on Ancient. But no promises.
Timeout here for Liquid.
Thing is, if I'm Liquid, I don't really see a justification for doing anything else except for taking con control if they're getting it like a minute 10 over and over again. They clear that out and pretend to go long and take bathrooms and then just go back to Monster. What's stopping them? I think it could be Cirque. But I'm not sure we see EG responding to that adequately yet. And they also just have the full monster rush, which has worked for them as well.
Yeah. Brehze has stepped it up a notch, so that definitely helps. Counter-terrorists take the door off its hinges. Gives autimatic an angle, and then we get the push. So EG getting a little more active.
That's way better, yeah.
Yep. A lively B setup for once.
I think if you're Liquid, you're like, hey, why aren't they responding to this? Like, this has been too easy for us. So I'm sure they're thinking one step ahead in that regard. Oh, that was close.
Not far off the mark. Cirque still slides back.
Flash over top of con. autimatic doesn't even see the target that was just there. They don't know about autimatic either, though.
They do know about Nitro.
Uh-oh.
So now autimatic.
He's in a dangerous spot now. They have him smoked out the back.
They put a smoke above him.
Coming in from the top as well.
He's trying to just squeeze, and he manages to get Nitro.
Holy jump by.
Wild.
Oh my god, that's a
EliGE.
perfect approach from EliGE.
Killer instinct just slices through the air. Now, Brehze is still inside of the short water. Remember, finally, a more aggressive stance from this B setup. And Hext, his confidence has got to be low at 5 and 20. Doesn't want to do the dance of death with EliGE, who walks out unsuspecting. Brehze able to answer from down beneath him, but his back is exposed to Monster. Hex comes in with a critical wallbang. And it's not enough to keep Brehze alive, but it is enough to keep the numbers in the hands of EG. He needs to do more, and he does. A multi-kill from Hex, and that immediately turns YEKINDAR back to connector for a second. That was their only chance to get into that B site. YEKINDAR, he'll hang on to that AK, he'll survive this round, but EG make it a 1-round lead, and Hex finally has a round to be proud of.
Wow, that was such a better round. I really wasn't believing they would even try something like that, but they got the con set up with autimatic. He got his kill when they tried to fight out. They had that door blown open and kept eyes on it, and Hex got key kill after key kill, along with Brehze, who is also drawing attention from. So he was able to kind of play support in that way as well, wearing a few different hats in this situation. And again, when they absolutely needed it, because it felt like what was happening in the past was going to happen again, and Liquid were going to try to pinch on shore and take over Monster and then hit the B site again.
And they're making them work. EliGE's scout will find nothing. And this half-by attempt to support YEKINDAR in the solo AK. autimatic with the 30 bomb. And still room to improve. oSee has gone and gathered the scout, so that'll be him with a better weapon. It's been a little while since we saw them just go in with those straight up B hits. Hext sees oSee in the background, so easy repeat for him. An advantage over the scout, and an awkward angle for the T side. A push up from Nav gets canceled in an instant, and so unfortunately for Liquid here, there has been nothing to get it going. YEKINDAR finally revealing where the AK's at with a kill versus Brehze, but no follow-up because Hext has had himself another multi-kill round. Regain a little control, but Nitro.
Whoa, 40 seconds. Bomb can get picked up as well. This is entirely possible. He has full health and a smoke.
He's already halved what was the 1v4.
They have to be very careful here.
And he did it taking no damage. He's got the full health, and they give him a lot of space. So this is EG banking on the retake. Nitro burned off sight. Well aware of the heaven play.
He can go back pit if he wants to.
Not quite sure as to where autimatic's coming in from. He's going to play the smoke in sight for as long as it lasts. Slides onto the water ramp. This would be a massive clutch for Nitro. Just get the job one step closer, but autimatic, sharp as ever, 31.
Damn.
After that 2K here, and a tied game at 14 all.
Keep weaponizing autimatic when he's got this scoreline going. Add another magical overpass performance here from autimatic. Key plays, key kills from Hext. Some of these kills are pistols, but getting his confidence back, and he won already a couple of very important rifle duels as well. And now you can definitely see them figuring this out. They were saving on that round, however.
Yep.
So they're in a full buy.
Setting themselves up for this one. And Cirque. Wow, how far is he going? Routes back. Ooh, aggressive through the monster. Naf falls away. Comes in with the kill. Hext. Nope, nothing. Not for EG this time.
Oh, they tried to turn it all the way up. I mean, listen, very noble. Try something new. Get more aggressive, but...
We've seen them inching that dial and it working, but now they tried to crank it.
Yeah.
And it blows up in their faces.
Yeah, fully out-dueled.
Come at Naf, 2v1, and he drops both bodies. The thing is, though, of the 3 players still alive for EG, this has been their formula.
Oh, what?
Yep.
From downtown, autimatic takes YEKINDAR down. And this gives hope to EG.
That it does. The bread and butter of evil geniuses in autimatic, Nealon, and Cirque. And autimatic, I love this. Doesn't hide. Just hopes that somebody comes in and walks forward. And who is it? Oh,
what?
Read like a book.
You're kidding.
That smoke's a little poofy.
He's like, that's a little weird.
I ain't about that.
I can't believe he spammed that. That's insane. The site is taken.
Yeah, Naf's a serial killer. oSee's going to hold that flank. This one should be a sitter. Sure enough, shuts that down. No reason to look elsewhere as his 2 teammates hit that A site for free. So, there it goes. Cirque, just as easy as the first. 15 to Liquid.
1 round away from locking in the legend spot and eliminating EG from this decider matchup. autimatic tries his hardest, puts his death grip on the round with that long-range tap into the back of long, and it was close to being enough. But Cirque, the guy who went to the other side of the map, killed 2 of the bottom performers, trying to get a little bit more aggressive than normal, came back, refragged him while he was trying to be cerebral. Leave it to NAF to think, maybe I'd play a spot like that.
Yep.
And put the spam down. That's enough to seal the deal.
It's that killer instinct.
It feels like OT could absolutely be on the horizon. You know, EG have lots of money. They've done lots of good work on the CT side. They're definitely not going to try that push again.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, NAF back against the wall, has nowhere to run. Oh, NAF, that's so nasty. You know, I could see it in autimatic's mind's eye. You know, somebody's going to walk up long, this little position. He's trying to go God mode in order to keep EG competitive in a 3v5, and now our Team Liquid turning back to what started their success story, the all-in on B. It's good damage. Can Hex hold on? He's been improving. He's sitting on the barrels and looking for his second. It's a stream of flashbangs that keeps him blind. He puts smoke at his feet, and it primes autimatic to come in. 3 versus 5, turned down to just 2. And Team Liquid hitting a brick wall on the B site at the start of all this. Nitro low HP. oSee somewhere behind him. And they just don't have targets to topple. So they sulk into the corners of what they do control. Measly morsels outside of this monster. And a frag grenade that almost finds its mark. oSee just looking for that headshot on Hext. And Hext has so much support around him. They'll lock this in. They're anticipating EG to make some kind of a mistake, but nobody's really moving. oSee rings out the warning shot. The flanker could potentially get caught. I feel like that's one thing that oSee maybe nabs. We'll see just how aggressive autimatic gets. But from short, through connector, back into the T-spawn, and now as oSee looks away, there's 35 seconds, and autimatic's got this hook, line, and sinker. Calls out the position of Nitro, they hone in, and a 4th overtime in this series. Evil geniuses will simply not stop trying to take that legend spot. OT after the break. Timothy Automatic Ta with 115.3 ADR after 30 rounds of regulation. 35 kills.
Dude.
To keep EG in this map.
To put that in perspective, Autimatic didn't play Overpass for 2 years in a row until coming back to Counter-Strike, and still has put those numbers up. He has less than a full page of maps played on Overpass and has all of these unbelievable performances. The pressure doesn't get to him. He is the major champ, and he wants this map 3.
See if he can get it. 3 overtimes needed to separate these teams on Ancient. The first begins here on Overpass.
Having some time to think could benefit a lot here for EG, who are still able to pick up rounds, you know, despite their weaknesses getting exploited.
Oh,
wow, that's a great shot. I don't know if he'll know about that damage, but it'll matter.
Oh, Nitro.
Oh, right when he's about to pull out a nade, Autimatic. Man, that could be straight up off the clock, or hearing that shot from Cirque that forced Autimatic to go forward. But they have the escort support here to get him out of there. And 3 players on A rotations are absolutely perfect here for EG.
Bail out a connector through short, safely tuck into the B site. Nealon playing counter flash because there will be a streamline of utility coming through from Liquid. Fire on Cirque's feet, that forces him back. It's going to be a lean onto the 2 players towards Truck instead. Nealon now facing, Brehze ready to respond. Nealon up first, empty-handed, oSee, ooh, down alongside YEKINDAR, Brehze. It's an easy double kill and a third. Assists for each of those frags, and Naf left in a clutch that seems impossible. No time for him to go recover that bomb. Evil Geniuses will continue their CT winning streak straight at the start of OT.
Yeah, and I think we saw some very hard and really well thought out rounds from Liquid. I don't really know how they take it a step further. Whereas for EG, we saw them be competitive despite Liquid pulling these rounds out, and it's clear what they could improve upon and have already shown that they can. Keeping players like Autimatic inside of Con to help babysit the B-site players and use them as well to support him to rotate out. I think that's a perfect weaponization of a guy who's at the top of the leaderboard at the moment. And with that in mind, if Stairs isn't going to be easy to win, what are Liquid going to do?
Molly ahead of Liquid. They put that out real quick, so Autimatic has to know playgrounds could be a problem. Naf headhunting the jump up. That's Nealon, one of 3 B defenders early. Who's going to get weaponized for Team Liquid? Who can match up to Autimatic at the moment? Because Autimatic does not shy away from these fights right now.
Yeah, they mollied him to... They mollied the boost. Oh, his gun is showing.
A1S.
Uh-oh.
A fickle mistress. EliGE going to barrel stuff Autimatic right then and there.
That's an enormous win. Look what they do immediately is just organized to that same game plan. And they're pushing short. Or they're pushing Monster, excuse me, phasing the smoke.
Man, Hex is in the middle of this. Oh! A jump over to the barrels. Again, EliGE is just flying through the air. And that's so unfortunate. EG, if they just have an easy target, then maybe they get more. Nealon, though, playmaker position.
They don't think he could be this close.
He gets napped first, but then oSee able to answer point blank. Cirque, a valuable op to be saved. Nice shot by oSee. Cirque is going to find him right then and there. EliGE pressing up to Graffiti as we have Nitro further back on short side. Cirque looking like he wants to make this happen, but EliGE over top of the wooden wall will find that 16th to Liquid.
Yeah, that's... Yep, they do it. That monster push, I swear, I don't know how often it works. It doesn't feel like very.
In EG's case?
The EG's case, but I mean, honestly, every team. I wonder, like, what the success rate of that play actually is, because...
It's like the crane push of Vertigo.
Yeah, it does feel
Overpass.
like it. You know, they phase it, and if any kind of default is going on, it's... I feel like there's a million ways to die, but In that situation, they were down, so you can see why they wanted to try it.
And again, if they can just catch those players before they come around the corner of the barrel, maybe it's an easier shot.
Oh, they missed the flash here. Might just walk into Cirque Scope. Oh, well, they do. They do.
But oSee just slides beyond. Looking like a good overtime T-side for Liquid. They can capitalize on the 5 versus 4, but autimatic's alive. And if autimatic's alive, you may have problems. Going God mode for EG right now. He's got 3 players behind him on long. Flash comes through. He's blind and cannot deliver. It's damage on YEKINDAR, but that's it. And Hext is next, dead. Naf, a second. Headshots after headshots from him. It is Nealon in an impossible clutch to try and close out the first half of OT. So Team Liquid, there we go. Marked improvement from regulation to overtime.
Oh, and he'll have no target. I mean, they're flashing everything. They're smoking him. They know exactly where he is. They see him finally, and Nealon... yeah. He can try to find a way to get back into this, but... I'll tell you right now, this would be the craziest 1v5 of all time.
Well, if that's the case, then let's treat it like it's possible. You got nothing to lose, Nealon. Fresh addition to NACS. He's done some wild stuff jumping out of heaven, but he takes too much damage. So YEKINDAR going to end that one with ease. His 20th kill. As YEKINDAR is still a little more quiet than usual. But we suspect he's under the weather. All that matters for Liquid is the fact that they have this edge after the first half in OT.
That's how he killed him.
And he just snaps it on autimatic. Naf, nice 2 kills down in con to really seal the deal on that one. Evil Geniuses will take to the T side at a deficit. Liquid, ball's in your court to close.
Naf's been doing an excellent job versus those B-boys.
Ooh, Brehze! What? That's nasty! He's going to jump around the corner and get caught by Naf, but what a couple of openers from Brehze. He says, thank God I'm finally off this boring B site. Let me throw it at him. And with a couple haymakers, he knocks out 2 players from party.
Is he on an iPad?
Dude. Nice kills from Brehze. It's quality, not quantity. In the 4th round of OT, Nitro with a little recovery. He just slides out. Snaps Hex off the round and cuts that man advantage to just 1.
That was my stomach.
They're gonna get a little bit of a cross here. They clear water.
Yeah.
Steps up Naf nicely. Oh, almost.
Oh.
From a 5 versus 3 to a 1 versus 1. Good of Cirque to close it.
Yeah, for sure. Naf is kind of just as fearsome. It feels like his autimatic with the rifle right now. No easy rounds whatsoever. Really want to see that spray again. Dude, that is disgusting. That reminds me of that Tessus.
Yeah, the
Stair
Tessus.
spray.
Oh my God.
That was, of course, 4 kills. Leaves this one in the dust, but unreal nonetheless.
The Tessus Stair spray. The peak of online CS was that moment. Nade out for YEKINDAR. It's good damage. That's Hex down to 49 already. We've got short control here for Team Liquid. And if they suss that Hex is low, then that nade, destined for him. He is dead. Doesn't put out the fire in time. It creeps to his feet, and with it, Liquid fall back. They want 18 off the back of this 5v4.
A perfect compliment there to have the HE come in at the same time.
Yeah, 2 frags and some fire to get the job done.
No loitering, say Team Liquid. They call it the next portion of the plan here from EG as they rock back around through spawn. Only 1 smoke now to actually try to get out. I wonder if they'll try to contact or... Cirque's got the full kit.
Nitro's got support to his right side and EliGE. autimatic trying for the pillar kill. He'll get it. EliGE, he's got that double. autimatic spots 2, but he runs back out fully blind. And so Team Liquid, that's 18. EliGE with a multi-kill. Comfortable inside that B site, delivering unlike the members of EG.
Yeah, now they're about to They're about to touch on it here. There's
Legends.
Legend spot potentially here within one.
And it kind of feels as it should be. Ultimately, we walk away with just nothing but respect for Evil Geniuses. This is a road to Rio that, you know, some would have written them off to not qualify for the major. Not only have they qualified, but they were mere rounds away from getting themselves a Legends spot. They still have one chance to extend this map. But poor autimatic, who has been a key piece to the lifeline of EG on Overpass, is 48 HP. Not ideal. Get a lot of bodies grouping up outside of Monster. And we have the majority of Liquid lying in wait. EliGE is prying for information here. The fire may block it. It's autimatic on the other end with Hex right next to him. Hex, ooh, they both survive. Barely. Hex hanging on by a thread. autimatic a little better off.
Looking for 40.
oSee, the support system, comes back downstairs. Hex trying to get out the utility he still has left over. A Molotov and smoke as well to offer.
They're a little cramped, so they try to release the tension, push forward.
Point blank, it's Brehze versus Nitro. Naf would be next. Here's the walkout. Brehze extending ever so slightly. Little damage onto Naf. Dives back into the cover. He's got 2 players occupied. Flashed in the process. Nitro leans out. And there it is. Back to the 4v4.
Oh, the flash protocols are insane. And
they're going
Monster.
A.
Yeah.
YEKINDAR, a player right next. But, oh, a shutdown on the smoke. And that's going to make things so problematic. Hex is desperate for an entry. As autimatic finds another one down on B, they have to go for this A plant. The long player is a problem. YEKINDAR, he could just rush through fire, and he does. And with that, there is no chance that EG can keep this dream alive. Both teams at the major, but it's Liquid as Legends.
Yeah, the big win here for Liquid. They close out at 2 maps, and it goes to overtime. So there's obviously a world that this result could have been flipped, and one different team skips the challenger stage. But after today, it'll be EG. And this result feels like the one where both teams get the expected result. So there's that. EG won't have an easy time, but they have a lot to be proud of here at the Road to Rio.